Take a seat, cunt. Enjoy the video. Thank you. Fellas, if you work 9 to 5, quit now. I'm not even kidding. It's no way to live your life. Just quit now. Stay unemployed, homeless, live in a cardboard box, the one that, fridges come in, those like large cardboard boxes, large enough to fit a person. But anyway, look where we are. We finally made it out of Ravenholm. Ain't that beautiful? Well, technically we're still in Ravenholm. I don't know why this fact is not obvious enough, but this is still Ravenholm, believe it or not. It's just the outskirts. And let me just toss a grenade as a final fuck you and see what happens. The grenade gets caught on something that something that can very well be an invisible wall. So it's just like it's bouncing back. Wow. Ravenholm is I'm gonna toss another one, just lob it right overhead because fuck personal safety. That's what Freeman does. He wipes his ass with those personal safety protocols. But what really matters, look at that. It looks like another Lambda stash, one of the Lambda stashes. And I've been collecting these ever since, I discovered the first one. So it's kind of like part of my playthrough. I'm hunting for these Lambda caches. So I'm gonna suck up this crate with my gravity gun. Look what's inside. That's a bunch of shotguns. Ooh, and one of these little pesky head humpers. That's what Barney, likes calling these head humpers. Kind of makes sense because when they latch onto your head, God only knows what else they do to your head, right? Penetrate it. So they hump your head, shag it. If you're from New Zealand or Australia, I doubt you are, but if you are, welcome, mate. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'd like to take a moment to talk about this shotgun, because I got my first ever shotty back in Ravenholm, but it wasn't until now that I finally get the chance to kind of use it, right? Because I played through Ravenholm using my gravity gun only. So look what it does. It has two firing modes, for lack of a better term. It's like one barrel or double barrel firing mode. So the double barrel is obviously, it deals twice as much damage. And this is a SPAS 12, as far as I know. I'm not a huge gun expert, but it looks like that. And just like that, there we go. This is Lambda Stash, 23 out of 45. 23 out of 45. There we go. Oi.
Nobody gives a shit.
There's another Magnum, but like I said, since I played through Ravenholm using just the gravity gun, I'm currently stocked, fully stocked on all kinds of ammo. I'm packing ammo. All right, I could easily set up shop and start selling supplies and ammo, like a little gun shop. There's this cast graffiti. I've talked about this extensively many times, so I'm not gonna waste my time talking about it now. But there's a detailed explanation as to what this graffiti might be all about. For now, let me just decide which way I want to go. Left, right, left, right. Okay, so left. First of all, I'm going to shimmy my way down the tracks over here and then peek behind this train car. Look at that. That's another one of these burn-faced dudes. We've been seeing them everywhere. More often than not, there's one right next to a health pack supply. So kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like how fucked up is that? You die right next to a medkit, right? And anyway, also I know I'm kind of like dilly-dallying here. I should be making my way down the track, and discovering what's down the tracks. But there's something else. There's another supply crate back here, full of 357 mag ammo. So make sure to check that out too. Like I said, I'm packing ammo today, so I don't really care. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pile it up over here in case, some rebel or even a combine soldier, I don't care. Someone passes through, running low on ammo, they can help themselves to it. So I'm going to grab this pallet. From now on, this is going to be my best buddy. And look at that, not even 5 seconds into this chapter and already the game welcomes me with a fast zombie. What I like to do is, use this pallet to keep this little fucker at bay, right? And it gets really messy and clunky. Look at that. Look at how janky this thing is. This zombie's really not having it, my little joke. So anyway, you can kiss your scrawny ass goodbye right now. And 3, 2, 1, boom! Just like that, down he goes. I'm gonna knock his hit humper off. And this barrel is... Oh, Well, this one dropped right behind the invisible wall. What gives? Anyway, it's just another fast zombie. We've seen these little buggers before, so I'm just gonna, continue on my merry way. And that is a beautiful tree, by the way. That is a really nice, beautiful tree. It's these little things that you want to pay attention to in your daily life, right? Life gets crazy, gets swept up in all this craziness, 9 to 5 mundane, and then, you gotta stop paying attention to the small things. And already I can tell you that, there's a bit of a rave, a bit of a party going on here. And that looks like a sniper nest. That's the correct term, right? Like a sniper nest. Something is off about this window. There's a laser poking out of the window, kind of searching for targets. So obviously you cannot hurt whoever is inside that sniper nest. A sniper, I would assume, right? That's a good presumption. You can't hurt them with anything but grenades or, something explosive, right? Just toss a grenade, see what happens. And just like that, he gets flung right out of the window. And right away, we can tell something, this fellow looks every bit like a Metro Cop, except something is different. It's the gear, right? The uniform, the gear, it's more heavy duty. You can tell, like, Metro Cops were flimsy little anyway, but whereas this guy, he's rocking this gear that looks like more heavy duty, something that's more geared towards and like suited more. Anyway, this guy is equipped to handle like a lot of gunfire and like intense fights. So this is not a Metro Cop. This is an Overwatch soldier. Think of these guys as army or marines, like full-time military, not weekend soldiers, not city police like the Metro Cops, the CPs. These guys are like, they're packing a lot more heat. They are more organized, they work in teams, and yeah, so handling Metro Cops was easy. These guys can give you a run for your money. Yeah, you guys should have stayed at home today, really. Alright, moving on. What else? So it looks like now we're up against something a lot worse than just Metro Cops. So full-blown military, that just goes to show how far we've made it. And it kind of makes sense, like, why would city police patrol these areas? Why would they be out here on the frontier, for lack of a better term, right? It takes military Hold on, I'm really curious. What if I stick this barrel out just like that, just peeking out? Oh! Well, you know what, that sniper, yeah, they have some IQ. What's really curious, though, is look at this door. What is he doing? Is he popping those crates? It says confined space, hazardous atmosphere, air supplied, whatever. And it just, like, it's not the kind of door that you see everywhere. Like, what's behind that door? I wish there was a way to, I don't know, poke inside a little bit. Just around, just peek, just one peek inside. Anyway, we have some supplies here and more barrels. So this is like already this game is like matching me against some really serious opponents, like I said, and it takes some brains to like outmaneuver this guy. So we're gonna have to juke. If you're not familiar with this term juke, neither am I. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, we have to use like fake evasive maneuvers and just fool this guy into thinking we're going in one direction even though we're going in the other direction. So we're gonna have to fake it. We're gonna have to juke our way through this part of the game. I want to bring that barrel. And just toss it into his little sniper nest, because grenades are boring. Like, anyone can toss a grenade. A flammable barrel, though. By the way, I never really mentioned, like, I think some guy on YouTube made a video like that really dives into the mystery behind all these barrels, but it makes no sense. These barrels are everywhere in Half-Life 2. And while it makes sense that they might be there, you SOB. While it makes sense for these barrels to be in some places, like think of them as fuel or whatever, maybe, I don't know, the Overwatch or the Combine use them as like portable fuel storage units or something like that, right? Just to fuel up their APCs and stuff. But they are literally just everywhere. And like oftentimes, you will see Combine soldiers. There's another burned-faced dude. yeah, like I said, these show up everywhere in unlikeliest locations. Not only the burn phase dudes, but the barrels too. And yeah, so I think there's like a guy, I always forget what his name is, but he has like a little hamster for his like profile pic. And he made this video that really just dives into this like barrel conspiracy. I find it fascinating. I'm not gonna spoil it, so if you're interested, go ahead and watch it. Look, another one of these fellas. Right next to some supplies. Medkits too. How the fuck did he die? And this track is... Yeah, you know what? With tracks like these, no wonder all of these train cars got derailed. Go figure, right? What do you know? How about that? And there's another little party over here. Now we have these like foot soldiers, troopers, right? Not snipers anymore. And I'm gonna show you how to deal with these guys. But one of them is wielding a SPAS 12 shotgun. So, well, I think it's the one that's already dead. But anyway, you make sure to line up your shots quite well, because like I said, these guys ain't no joke. These are not Metro Cups. Metro Cups, though, it takes a very, very lazy person to get killed. Like, unless there's like 100 Metro Cups coming from each direction, you know, you would be hard pressed to die to like a squad of Metro Cups. But these guys, they could put a real dent in you, especially the shotgun ones. And since this is the older version of the game, the shotgun Overwatch soldier looks exactly the same. So he doesn't really stick out, you know, except for that shotgun. But the newer Steam version, they are rocking like deep brown uniforms. Their gear looks different, and their goggles, they glow orange, I believe, or red. So they stick out like a sore thumb. You see one of those, you deal with them, you know, head on. And the game is giving us this new type of standard issue assault rifle. That's AR-2, I believe. And it looks quite alien. Like everything we've been getting so far in terms of, you know, weapons and firearms looks very, very, well, kind of mundane, real life. But this AR-2, it looks very, very different, almost alien. And this is a really sweet assault rifle. It packs a lot of punch, but it also blows through ammo pretty quickly. So make sure to keep your eye on it. Right, you don't want to use it like to kill small flimsy things like head crabs or whatever. Like, then again, there's nothing to stop you. Go ahead and do it if you want. But you want to save it until a rainy day, like for instance when you're dealing with these guys. So it's pretty accurate. It's a lot more accurate than your MP4 submachine gun. Oh, I just got a message. Hold on. Alright, I must say something is off. These guys drop like flies, and I don't know. Oh, there we go, that's why. I don't know why the game kind of reset my difficulty. It makes no sense. I always play in hard difficulty. I can't remember the last time I played on anything, you know, on anything but hard difficulty. Even when it's just like my own private playthrough, hard difficulty all the way. It just makes no sense to play. I don't know, I find hard difficulty to be both entertaining and kind of challenging enough. Anything less than that, and it just doesn't feel right. Anyway, so listen to that. What can you hear? I can hear the ocean. I can see, why do I want to say I can see? I can hear the ocean, I can hear waves, and that ocean breeze. But if you pop back here, there's a little secret, see? That's the G-Man. Obviously, you cannot hurt him, and you cannot squeeze through this little gap. Like, go figure. Freeman is what, like 160 soaking wet? Maybe 5'3" plus his head? I don't know, but there is a way to get past, and I'm gonna show you how to do it in just a minute. Oh, I'm sure you all know about that secret G-Man sighting behind some derailed train cars way back over here. By the way, it still counts as part of chapter We Don't Go to Ravenholm, so shut the f*** up. And guess what? It turns out there is a legit way to get up close to that white collar, like right up in his grill close. And It only involves no cheat commands whatsoever, just a ton of saint-level patience and ingenuity with crates. Thanks, Gaben, this area is lousy with stuff we can stack to get up to that rooftop.
I'm Gabe Newell.
And once we're up here, the view is breathtaking, to say the goddamn least, but we're not going to stand around taking it in. Right across this rooftop and more crates need to be stacked up if we're going to proceed. Finally, we're all the way up on this roof, and just when I figured I was stuck bashing my head into an invisible wall, it turns out holding a barrel in your hands somehow messes with all that invisible barrier nonsense and lets you drop down here. From now on, it's as simple as just skirting your way around this wall, and there he is. Did you really think you could hide from me, you prick? Just look at him. Look up creepy in the dictionary and this guy will be staring right back at you. Jackass. Jackass. Piece of shit. Prick. Cad. Okay then, moving on. So far so good, right? We got that little part out of the way, so whatever. And this looks like a very elaborate setup for a gangbang. All these barrels. I can see 100 ways I could be slammed down, face down on one of these barrels, and then had someone's way with me. I'm not sure how to structure that one. Someone could easily do that to mean, you know, have their way with me, every way it can be done. I'm not in the mood for that kind of shit today. Also, I should really cut back on all these, like, sexually explicit jokes. That's not good, because, you know, kids might be watching. Then again, you know, kids these days watch pretty much. You can't stop them from watching anything. By the way, you can. Look what you can do. You can stack like a barrel or a crate and then get up on top of these train cars. And then just, you know, run your way across. But the G-Man, lo and behold, he is no longer there to be seen. What do you know, right? The guy he's like a ghost. You know, you never know when he might be spying on you at the worst time possible. So I'm going to poke around back here just a little bit, like just watch, there's absolutely nothing here, but it's the license plates. These always made me wonder, is there something like maybe a way to translate them? Well, not necessarily translate. Is there maybe like some hidden Morse code? Not necessarily Morse code, but you know, like how numbers and letters can be interpreted to maybe read some message. I've always wondered whether or not that is something that these license plates represent, or maybe they're just completely made up. So yeah, back here we got this roof that we can use to spy on the G-Man. We can spy on the G-Man spying on us, so that's good. But I'm not gonna do that, because it sounds like I am required elsewhere. Like, oh, yeah, make sure to pop this crate. There is this little, this is your AR2 secondary mode ammo. And it lets you, I'm gonna show you what it does, but not right now. This is getting a little intense. And got it. Yeah, I got you guys. Don't worry. We got these motherfuckers. So I'm gonna lob a few of these grenades, right? And just like that, we're all good. So it looks like I am just in time, right?
Patch him up and get him to the back as soon as he's stable. Gordon Freeman. It's incredible you made it. We've been getting communications from Alex. I'll see if I can reach her again.
So the Overwatch tried to muscle in on this little resistance outpost, and I was just in time to hit them from behind. You know, just how they like it. Those guys are all about taking it from behind, so they got what they had coming.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
So yeah. I'll be joining you in just a second. For now, let me just place this car engine right next to your buddies. Winston, right? That's Winston. Winston's been hit. Give him a pack of Winston Blue. I'm not sure if that's a thing. But anyway, Winston is not dying. He looks like he's dying, but trust me, this Winston, he's healthy enough. He will outlive all of us, quite literally, because it's a video game. But what I'm gonna try to do in kind of whack. I know it's like, it sounds horrible. I just show up just in time to save these guys, and I'm trying to whack them. And the trick is simple. Normally you cannot hurt friendly NPCs. But if you place one object and then knock this object into the NPC using another object, using your gravity gun. This way the game cannot tell whether it's you or something else that's trying to hurt them, right? And usually it works on on a lot of things, but it looks like these guys are like scripted to not die. Makes sense, because if they weren't, they could have easily gotten like laid out by those Overwatch soldiers, and then it would be like game over. Okay? Because these guys, they are like essential NPCs. They're essential rebels. They need to be here if the game is going to proceed, right? Imagine something good happened to them. Yeah, so it's not working. Leon, Winston, they're all immortal. Every way it can be done. There's a few more crates over here, but I'm gonna leave them alone for today. Normally I smash every crate I see, quite literally smash it, because Freeman hasn't been with a woman in forever. And yeah, they're just gonna stay there, trying to help. Okay, this looks, if I didn't know the whole context of this situation and someone just showed me this image from this angle.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
I would probably make it out to be something else. And those moans that Winston is making, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Let's move on.
Over here, Dr.
So
Freeman.
it looks like this is a short point base. We've made it to a major resistance outpost. Alright, I'm just gonna grab a few items and bring them with me.
Yes, Leon, we're all clear. And I've got Gordon Freeman.
Dr. Freeman, you're kidding. Look, I've been on the line with Alex.
You're kidding? What do you mean I'm kidding? Well, here I am.
Over here, Dr.
Dr.
Freeman.
Jesus, gorgeous, what's my name again? Freeman. So I'm going to carry this little toolbox with me, not toolbox, tool cabinet, plus this car engine. Who closed that door? You guys have ghosts? Alright, let's go talk to Alex.
Made it to Ravenholm, thank God. I need your help. They've taken my father. He's been taken to Nova Prospect. The Vortigaunts tracked the ship that made off with him and Judith Mossman.
By the way, if you pay attention, you can kind of see the G-Man's face that just flickers on and off right there on the screen behind Alex. It only happens for like a very fleeting moment, but it's there.
While the trains are still running, I'm gonna hitch a ride. Here's where you come in, Gordon. I need you to make your way along the coast until you get to Nova Prospect.
Fuck you, you're crazy?
It used to be a high-security prison. It's something much worse than that now. But I think it's still easier to sneak in than to break out.
You wanted to take the coast road? You won't last 5 minutes on foot. It's spawning season for the antlions.
Fuck you, you're crazy?
That's why I called you, Leon. I was hoping you still had the scout car we left with you last summer. The one my dad rigged with the Tau cannon.
Yeah, good idea. Hold on a sec. Norco, bring the buggy out. Put it on the dock right now. Gordon Freeman will be driving it.
Fuck you, you're crazy?
Good timing. Okay, Alex, we're all set.
Thanks, Leon. Gordon, I haven't driven the coast in over a year, but I have no reason to think it's gotten any safer. Meet me in the depot where the trains unload.
I just made it here. Give
Take
me a
care of
break.
yourself, and I'll see you in Nova Prospect.
You guys are fucking crazy. It's spawning season for lion ants.
Okay, Doc. Before you hit the road, you might want to grab some med kits, restock on ammo, maybe check the map, see where you're headed. There's an ammo supply crate on the back of the car, if that's any comfort.
Fuck you, you're
Stay with
crazy?
the car, make use of the thumpers. You'll stand a fair chance against the antlions. I'll radio ahead to let the next base know you're coming.
Seriously, if this is just the beginning of my relationship with Alex, I can only, I shudder to think what the rest of our life together will be. Like, she's just bossing me around constantly.
Shore point to NLO. That map is out of date, but you can still see more or less the route to Nova Prospect. Can't vouch for the road, though. We've lost touch with some of the outposts.
Alright, so this is a map of what we are up against. So we are here, Short Point Base, that's Ravenholm down there. And we're supposed to just follow the road along the coast. And like he said, that a lot of the resistance outposts have gone silent recently, which means, yeah, so much for helping Freeman along the way. Save for, and what's that little island, by the way? You cannot find that island in the game, but it always made me really curious what's up there. And that's Nova Prospect all the way up there. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be quite a challenge, but yeah, they're talking about giving me some kind of scout car, so I mean, thank God for that. At
Shore point to NLO. Shore point to New Little Odessa. Come in, Odessa. Do you read? Shore point to NLO.
And note Leon trying to raise the next outpost along the way. That's NLO, New Little Odessa, and how nobody is reading. Like, or wait, do you read? Yeah, nobody's reading. Nobody is checking in to talk to him, right? And that's really comforting. You know, they're sending me up the coast, telling me that a bunch of their outposts have been raised, probably not looted, but God, I always forget the term.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, so this is not the most exciting place in the game. It's just a bunch of static NPCs stuck in, you know, like static animations just playing on a loop. So you cannot kill them, not even using my ingenious method of knocking one object into them using another object. So yeah, they're just squirming and moaning, and this chick, whatever the hell she's doing to this guy, she's probably only making it worse. You guys could at least, at bare minimum, throw a mattress under this guy. He's bleeding out on top of a cold floor. So much for being like, you know, sticking up for each other. You guys are supposed to be like looking out for each other. Your resistance, you have feeling, right? Isn't that what makes you different from the Overwatch soldiers who are like these soulless shells, like, you know, completely empty and devoid of any human feelings? By the way, that reminds me, they left that other guy, Winston, out there behind a closed door. They wouldn't, like, they didn't even bother to carry him in, like to tend his wounds or maybe bandage him up or something. He's just out there bleeding out. I'm starting to think that joining the resistance, like, was the biggest fucking mistake I've made in my entire life. I should have gone for Overwatch. But anyway, we're out here. This is a little transit area, and I'm bringing this chair with me just in case I get a little tired or footsore. I can pull up a seat and just have some rest and relax. You never know when a chair might come in handy, right? And just like that, there goes Leon trying to raise Little Odessa. You won't hear him talk again. Alright, back out the door, and it's a lovely, bright, sunny day on the coast. Look at that, that's amazing. Wow.
Hello, Dr.
Hello.
Freeman. Car's all ready for you.
Who's Dr. Freeman? Oh, wait, that's me. I always forget. I always forget what my name is. So we are out on Pier 187, just 87. And we left Ravenholm way behind us now. I should probably even stop thinking about that place. It's not worth it. But you can have your last peek at Ravenholm from the top of these crates. Just stack them. See those two like residential buildings over there in the distance? Technically, they are still part of Ravenholm. So, so long, Ravenholm, and it's now Highway 17 time. But before I do anything else, I really would like to, fire a few bullets at the sun. No, actually, climb this ladder to set foot on the beach below.
Come back up, Dr. Freeman. The car's on the pier.
And it says danger. Whatever the hell it is, there's nothing dangerous, just some white sand. Oh, see what happens? See what happens the second you set foot on the sand? These little buggers come burrowing their way out of the sand, right? These are antlions, and
I said get back up on the pier.
You're a bossy little cunt, aren't you? Don't fucking talk to me like that. Who do you think I am? Some undergrad? You know, fresh out of high school? But anyway, Leon mentioned that stepping on the sand would spawn. Anyway,
Dr. Freeman, you won't get anywhere on foot. Come back up and get in the car.
He mentioned it's spawning season for antlions. Well, in there they were, antlion. So you got a good glimpse of, you know, what we're up against. So really, the game is just teaching us to stay off the sand and utilize whatever means we have to stay off the sand. That sounds like a brilliant explanation, right? So anyway, it's a lovely, bright day, and there's a few things we can do here. First of all, let's take a look at the scout car, a most ingenious contraption. There is a crate of infinite ammo and like submachine gun ammo mounted on the back. That will come in handy. But, you know, apart from that, I don't really know how this thing even is supposed to function. It looks rugged enough, yeah, but where's the engine? I don't know, like in the back maybe? Anyway, there's like a lot of things missing. I honestly don't even know how this thing functions. But then again, I'm no car expert. So let me know, guys, if someone is a car expert. For now, there's a few things we can do here on this Pier 87. So let's take a look. So, chapter Highway 17 kicks off with us climbing into our brand new scout car, which is then dropped down on the beach below by the lady in that lovely crane over there. Her name is Noriko, by the way. But have you ever stopped to watch Noriko operate that crane? She's got both her hands resting in her lap the entire time. You would think someone would have to move those control sticks if the crane was going to do anything. In plain terms, how's she even operating the crane without so much as laying one hand on the controls? Not only that, but every time she opens her mouth to tell you to get in the car,
I said get back up on the pier.
she doesn't actually open it. Like, look at those lips, sewn up tighter than her, never mind. But forget the crane lady. The guy on the mounted gun, behind the mounted gun, just down the pier, is where things really spiral out of hand. It's time to get creative. Like I mentioned previously, friendlies in Half-Life 2 are invincible to all player-inflicted damage. The game knows quite well when it's you trying to hurt them and when it's something else. But games are meant to be broken, as in gamed and cheated. So I'm gonna grab a barrel from back up the pier and bring it back over. I'm going to drop it gently right in front of the guy, then I'm going to fetch another one. If you knock this barrel on the ground into the guy using the second one in your gravity gun, the game won't be able to figure out it was us dishing out the damage. Instead, it'll think it's the barrels, trying to kill the guy, which in turn will hurt him. And oddly enough, this mounted gun can't be mounted, which is strange to say the least, considering we do get to shoot one of these on multiple occasions throughout the game. So, go figure. Alright, so before I cut this short, let's actually get into that car, so Noriko can sleep easy at night knowing she did her job. So, alright, it was nice hanging out with you fellas. I'll be seeing you, well, hopefully never. I could never tolerate someone talking to me like that. Here we go. And once you get in that car, you're completely locked out of getting back out. So just sit here and wait, and something, I'm telling you, all this creaking and screeching, that does not forebode good things for me. Just watch, something's about to happen. Also, I'm wearing my HEV suit, and how come I'm not getting, magneted?
Magnet's failing. Hold on.
Oh, what do you... Watch it, you bitch! Damn it. You sure got some lip on you, talking to me like that, get back in the car, but when it comes to actually using your fucking hands, you're completely fucking useless. Stupid bitch. But anyway, that was just to show us what we can do. That was for all intents and purposes a little tutorial. Just to show you what happens if your car gets flipped over or capsized. You can get back out and use your gravity gun to kind of flip it back on its wheels. So really, I wouldn't take it too personally. Noriko did not mean it. It was just a little tutorial, right? And obviously, now that we are in this car, we are kind of safe. Still, you want to keep your foot on the gas. The second you stop, the antlines can still hurt you, even inside this car. So you want to be on the move constantly, right? And you have this Tau cannon, which has infinite ammo, so you can drive and shoot, antlines as they come up in your way. Yeah, so really, I'm just going to get do a quick sweep of this area. I'm telling you right now, there's not a whole lot going on here. Waste not your time on, hidden lambda caches or anything like that, simply because there is none. So, but anyway, I just wanted to do a quick scout out of the area, for lack of a better term. Yeah, by the way, in newer versions, this car has a much better handling, and it can climb hills and steep inclines a lot better. But this is an older version of the game. It's the original 2004 version, so the handling is really, really janky. You have no idea how janky it is. And the car is kind of anyway, it doesn't really climb. It doesn't get a lot of traction when you are on trying to climb incline hills. I can't even speak anymore. I need a break from commenting. But you get the idea. So meanwhile, I'm just going to take a quick break here, and I'm going to cut it short here, right here, as I wade out into this lovely sunlit gleaming water, just for a quick swim, to wash away the stress of that terrible terrifying night in Ravenholm. So I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. This was part 1 of... Oh, see that? God, what the hell was that? So yeah, just another heads up. You cannot swim far enough, like too far away from the shore. When you do that, you know, leeches appear and they shred you, literally shred you. So anyway, it was nice commenting on this episode, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. See you later.